Hello there, it's Jonathan Otero, the owner of J&J Management Group and We Buy Houses Seminole. And in my last video, you saw that I signed closing papers where I was purchasing the property in Oviedo, Florida. I was the buyer and I was purchasing it from the sellers and what documents had to be signed at closing. This is now video number 2. We're going to be closing on the property, but now I'm the owner of the property and now I am the seller. And I'm going to be selling the property to the buyer. And I'm going to show you, just because a closing can be sometimes, people get very overwhelmed when it comes to closings. And so they get nervous about it. I want to show you what documents you have to sign. I'm going to show you what it is and what happens at the closing table and what you should expect. On the previous video, I showed you what to expect when you're the buyer. And on this video, I'm going to show you what you should expect to sign when you are the seller. So now the property is mine. I have the closing documents here. I'm going to sign the papers live so you can see what it is, and we're going to go through it one by one. Again, guys, it is so simple and so easy. No need to get overwhelmed. This property is going to yield a very nice profit, so I'm excited. You can close anywhere. You don't have to close at a closing table in a place. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. You can do it mobile. You can do a closing anywhere, so it's awesome. So let's start off with these documents so you can see what exactly is that you should expect to sign. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to preface it by saying this deal is going to be an all-cash deal. So I purchased the house with all cash, and that was that reduced the paperwork that had to be signed because I wasn't taking out a loan or anything like that. And the buyers that are purchasing this property are also going to be coming in all cash. So it makes the paperwork a little bit less. But you still have to sign these documents either way. If you are selling to someone that is going to be taking out a loan, a conventional loan or a FHA loan, whatever, there are some more documents that have to be signed. Also, I'm going to be selling this property under my LLC, J&J Management Group. So there's a couple of different documents that have to sign. If you're purchasing it in your own personal name, then some of these documents you won't have to sign, like the limited liability corporation form that you'll see. But it's very, very simple and very, very easy. So let's get into it because I want to close on this property and make some money. So the first document you will see here is a general warranty deed, okay? And this form is very, very simple. You're saying that it's not your homestead. In Florida here, we have something called homestead, where you can get discount on your taxes if it's your primary residence. So I'm disclosing here that this is not my homestead property. I'm actually talking to you from my homestead property. This is my home office. But this particular property in Oviedo, Florida is not. So we're disclosing that. We're just disclosing what the property is, the parcel ID number, which is basically how they identify the property with the local county records. And that J&J Management Group is a limited liability corporation that's going to be selling this property to have and to hold forever and ever and all the legal mumbo jumbo. So you got to sign a general warranty deed. You're giving a warranty that the deed is good and clean. So we will sign that now. And that goes right over here. There it is. It is signed right over there. So that's one form. Very, very simple, right? The next one is a privacy statement from the title company. You sign this. I signed this when I purchased the property from the sellers who used to be there. And now I have to give the same privacy statement to the buyers who are buying the property. And this is just a disclosure of your personal information, any affiliated companies, that they're saying that they collected your personal information and they're going to keep it private. That's all it is, a privacy statement from the title company, and you sign and the buyer sign as well. So I will sign there. And there it is. There's my signature. Oh, I got to actually print my name too. So I would sign there on the seller side and the buyer signs on the buyer side. Very, very simple. The next form is the good old HUD. Every closing has a HUD. It doesn't matter what state you're in. This is the HUD in Florida here. And this breaks down all the different, all the money that's going in and out of this deal. This is basically a breakdown of all the funds and whatever you're going to be making. So you can look at this document. It has your closing cost on it. anything, taxes, payoffs of mortgages, if there was, but there's not on this one. Title insurance, yada, yada, yada. But it's basically, this is the HUD statement and the breakdown of your proceeds that you will be getting, money in your pocket. So that is important to look over because you want to make sure that you're getting paid properly. And they send this to you before you close so you can look at it. The buyers and sellers have a chance to look at it. This is what a HUD looks like, guys. This is page 1 and this is page 2 with the breakdown of all the closing costs. So we will sign this now because we want to get paid. A HUD will always be signed at every closing, every transaction. Okay, so there it is. I signed my side right there, and the buyer will sign their side when they close tomorrow. Okay, the next one is a compliance and tax proration agreement. And this is just a tax form basically stating that the taxes have been prorated because we are in the middle of the year now. The taxes have already been paid up to this point in full. And now this is a proration of the taxes shown on the closing statement. So all utility bills have been paid and all assessment dues. If there was an HOA associated with this property, then that would be here as well. In this particular case, there is no HOA. There's no homeowners association for this particular property. But if there was one, it just shows that everything's all paid off. And each party will cooperate with the closing documentation. So basically, this is just a tax legal form that needs to be signed for taxes. Always got to pay your taxes, right? So we will sign that so we can pay our taxes and move on. And the same thing, you would sign and print your name on the seller side, and then the buyer would sign on their side. Taxes, always got to pay taxes, got to pay Uncle Sam. The next form, this form is a corporate owner seller affidavit. So I am the seller, and I'm purchasing this form under my LLC, my corporation, J&J Management Group. This form I have to sign because this is going through my business. The money's flowing through my business account. I'm not buying this under my own personal name. Had I been buying this under my personal name, this would have been a different form. But in this particular case, if you are an investor and you are going to be buying a property, I strongly recommend that you purchase it through your own business and not through your own name. So you're protected. So you always have to have an LLC. And this is the form for that. This is the corporate ownership seller affidavit. And this form basically says that I'm the authorized representative of J&J Management Group, which I am. It gives my tax ID number for my business, that the entity is not a foreign corporation. It's a local business here in the United States of America. What is the property that I'm going to be selling, the legal description of that property. What is the entity's office name, where my office is located. Things like that. So there's no tenants, there's no leases on the property existing. This is an affidavit that I'll be signing as the seller, stating that the property is good to go. So I will sign that document right now as the authorized representative of J&J Management Group, which I sure am. And you sign on page 2 right over there. Awesome. Moving on, guys. No big deal, right? Nothing crazy. Okay, well, same thing because I'm purchasing this property under my LLC. This is a limited liability company affidavit. And basically, this is just saying that the undersigned, me, Jonathan Otero, swears and deposes that my LLC is in good standing, has not been amended, has not been dissolved, has not been refinanced, or is in good standing. And I am the authorized representative, again, of J&J Management Group. And that is this form right here. Limited Liability Company Affidavit. And you just sign that stating that your business is in good standing and you are good to go. And that is signed right there. Awesome. No big deal, right, guys? You have to look at this. Let's keep it simple. What do we say with the company slogan? Let's keep it simple. It is not a big deal. People get overwhelmed. They feel like they're signing their lives away. This is the fun part, guys. This is the exciting part. Closing on a property. You've worked so hard to get this property. Now you marketed the property. You found a buyer for the property. And now it's time to close. You should be super excited. This is the fun part here. The next one is a non-foreign person affidavit. This form, I guess it's FERPA, right? Is the way the acronym for it. And this is basically just saying that I am not a foreign person. I'm a U.S. citizen of the United States of America. Plain and simple, cut and dry. And you sign that form as well. I am not a foreign person. I'm a U.S. citizen. That's what this form says. And the last form, we sign this form when we purchase the property from the sellers, and we have to sign it again that the lien is free and clear of any pending issues that may hurt the property from being transferred and the deed being transferred. This is a municipal lien search acknowledgement, acknowledging that the lien, the property, the deed, and the liens are free and clear of any encumbrances. There is no violations like code enforcement violations. There's no liens on the property. The title is free and clear and able to be transferred to the new buyers. And so this is acknowledging that, and you have to sign that form. And I will do that right now because there are no liens on this property. There it is, guys. Signed. Boom. And that is it. You are now officially a buyer and a seller of a property at that point. I have just now signed the documents over to sell this property in Oviedo, Florida to the new buyers who are getting a fantastic home. The buyer is a mother who moved up from Miami, Florida, and she wanted to be closer to her family. What is better than that, guys? See, we're helping people out here, guys. We're making money. Everyone's making money on this deal, right? The sellers made money when I bought it from them. I'm making money when I sell it now to the new buyers. Everyone is excited. Everyone's getting something out of this deal. And it's a win-win for everybody. It's win-win deals that we do here. WeBuyHousesSeminole.org. That's the website right there. I don't know if you can see it too good in the video, but that is the website. WeBuyHousesSeminole.org. And that's what we do here, guys. We buy houses and sell houses for fast cash. And we do a good job doing it. So, if you guys are watching this video and you're wondering what it takes to close, that is it in a nutshell. If you have a property that you want to sell, give us a call. We'd love to work with you and see if we can do a deal just like we did here in Oviedo, Florida. The website is WeBuyHousesSeminole.org. The phone number, if you don't want to visit our website, you can call us at 407-796-8557. The number's at the bottom. You can also see at the top, you can click on the link up top and it'll send you right to the website as well. It is very simple, guys. Let's keep it simple. Take care and good luck out there.